Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy nappie. Welcome to my channel. On today's episode, just from the title, you guys, just from the title, I'm super excited. It was my first time using the border from one country to another here in Africa, East Africa to be precise. So guys, let's just get into the video. Before we start the video, let's first get to know the meaning of border. B-O-R-D-E-R, border. So let's check from Google what border means. Alright, so Google says border is a line separating two countries. A line separating two countries. Border is a line. So the keyword here is line, separate, and countries. Alright, administrative divisions or other areas. So a border is a line separating two countries, administrative divisions or other areas. It's a line separating two countries. Alright, so why I'm here today is to tell you how simple and smooth and super nice how African borders are. Actually, I've not used all borders in Africa, but just in the eastern parts of the continent. So I was in Rwanda and I decided to go to Uganda due to rains and everything in Rwanda. So it was kind of difficult to film every time it rained in Rwanda because some parts of the place got flooded and I couldn't go out due to thunderstorms and all that. I was so scared. So guys, I checked the map, read something small, and I knew Uganda is a neighboring country to Rwanda, which is 10 hours away from Rwanda. Bro, why don't I do this? Go to Uganda because it's raining in Rwanda and film there because it's just 10 hours. Alright, so how do I go? I checked plane tickets, it was $300. As at that time, just some minutes flight, $300? No, I'm not going to do this. So I checked for bus and it was just $10. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? So I said, oh, as a cheap boy like me, why don't I go for the bus? So I decided to book a ticket online. I checked, I didn't find any. And I asked a friend who is a Rwandese. He actually showed me where the bus terminal is and took me there as well. So he got to the bus terminal, asked for the ticket, and it was 10,000 Rwandan franc, which is equivalent to $10. How cool is that? Oh my god, this is just amazing. So I said, no way, it's Friday, let me just book the ticket, go back home, dress up, and come back and book the ticket. Alright, I jumped into a bus, boom, I went back home, packed my stuff. As a backpacker, you know what I do? I just took 2 shirts, I took 2 trousers, and my shorts, not forgetting about my shorts. And it's very cold here in East Africa, so I took my sweater, and this is the only sweater I have. Usually if you can see me wear it every day, this is the only sweater I put on anytime I'm in East Africa. So I go back to the terminal, got my ticket. Look at how the ticket looks like. This is how the ticket looks like. You can see it right there. It's so nice. It's organized. Wow. Like I got my ticket, I jump onto the bus, and so the ticket said the bus will move from Rwanda to Uganda at 8 p.m. And that's when our bus will set off from Rwanda. Alright, so the bus set off at 8, exactly at 8:30, sorry guys, exactly at 8:30, and our bus set off. It was so on time. It was on time, guys. They said Africans don't keep time, but this time around, it was really on time. It was on time. I'm saying that again. It was on time. All right. So the bus moved exactly at 8:30 p.m. East African time, EAT. Good. So when the bus moved, we got to the border within 45 minutes. The line, the meaning of border is a line separating two countries. So we got to the line. This thing is so funny, guys. We got to the line where they are saying it's separating the two countries in just 45 minutes. where you need to show your passport, you fill immigration forms, tell them what you're going to do in the other country. So there were immigration, and the immigration for Rwanda were there at the border. So I actually went there. So leaving the country, you have to go for an exit stamp. There was a long queue. That's the queue over there. Yeah, so I was in the last but 2 or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember. And it got to my turn. I just gave my passport to the immigration. The only word I remember the immigration woman told me was thank you. That was the only thing she said. Thank you, after she stamped. How cool is that? She didn't ask so many questions. Why are you leaving the country? Where are you going to? What do you want? Blah, blah, blah. How cool is that? So I exited from Rwanda. Now I'm going to enter Uganda. It was just a 2 minutes walk. Even 2 minutes is too much. It was just a minute or something less than a minute. So I walked to the immigration at Rwanda border, Ugandan border. That means I've entered Uganda. I went there. It was just a short queue because it was inside an office, so I couldn't film. So sorry about that. It was just a short queue, about 5 people in the line. I went there, presented my passport, and the woman told me to go back and fill the immigration form. So I did that, exactly that. It's just a small paper. Yeah, it's just a small paper, just fill your information, your IDs and all that. Yeah. So I did that and I sent it to the immigration counter again. It was a guy there. When I first went, it was a woman, but when I went back again, it was a guy. So I gave it to him. He looked at me, looked at my picture. He said, how many days are you going to stay in Uganda? And I told him just 7 days, a week, that's all, and I'll be fine, I'll leave Uganda. Oh, so what do you want to see in Uganda? I said, I know there are beautiful places like the biggest mosques in East Africa, so I want to go and see it. I'm like, okay, so when you get there, please, that's where the bus will stop. So please do that video before, see that take place, see the mosques you want to see before you go back to your house. Because where your bus will stop, that's where the mosque is. The guy or the immigration man was showing me what to do in Uganda. The immigration man was showing me as a Ghanaian with a Ghanaian passport to do it's in Uganda, to do what's in Uganda. Like he's showing me where to go, what to do in Uganda. How cool is that, guys? He just gave me my passport back. I looked into it, and guess what? It was a month to stay in Uganda. So actually, I didn't need a visa to Uganda, and it was just straight inside Uganda. So from the immigration, I went to police check. So with a police check, you drop your bag on the table. Yeah, you drop your bag on the table. The police will come to you, ask you your passport, and then he will search your bag, right? So that's the same routine I saw there. So when it got to my turn, it was like, hey, open the bag yourself, bring out the things yourself, and then let me see. All right, so I opened it and there was this small piece of bag inside the bag. This one, that's my camera case. I put my camera here. So there's this small piece of bag inside the bag. That's what he took out first. It was like, hey, take this thing, open it yourself. I'm afraid maybe it will be a time bomb. This guy was so funny. The police guy was so funny. He was so friendly. Like, he even helped me. He even helped me to know what I would do in Uganda. Tell me what to do. Like, this was just amazing. Everything we went through at the border was so smooth. It was really smooth. I don't know what to say in this video again, but I actually went through the borders of Rwanda and Uganda smoothly as a Ghanaian without going through any stress. Like, it was stress-free. It was super stress-free. And can you imagine, I got to the border at 10 p.m. 10:56 p.m. which was so late, but everything was so smooth. We went through easily, went to our bus. our bus drove off into Uganda, and it was just amazing. So guys, this advice goes to you all. Like, anytime you want to come to Africa, don't be scared. And it was my first time using the border. I was so scared. It wasn't my country. I didn't know anyone on the bus, and it was so late. It was so late. Remember I said we drove from Rwanda. We left Rwanda at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. and we got to the border in 45 minutes, but there were some stops that we could do some buying, getting some snacks and all that. But we got to the border. In fact, I finished with the border and things at 10. How cool is that? So this is my advice for you. If you really want to use the border, please use it. It's very simple, it's very cool, and I'm going to use it anytime, anywhere, anyhow. It's my continent, it's where I'm from. I was born in Ghana, but I am from Africa. If you are from Africa too, let me know where you were born. So this is my advice for you guys. And remember, Africa is always full of life. I love you guys, and have a nappy day. Peace out. See you in another episode. Bye guys.